Namaste, Namaskaram, Ram Ramji. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're going to check why do Northeast Indians look different from the other Indians, right? Let's check it out. You guys tell me what you think in the comment section down below. I would really love to hear what you guys think. Let's get it, and I'll give my thoughts at the end of the video as well. Let's go.
How you doing, guys? Thanks for joining me here on FTD Facts. I'm Leroy Kenton, and now in this episode, I'm answering a question that I didn't even know exists until some of you guys brought it up to me on Instagram as well as below in the comment section. By the way, follow me on Instagram, guys. Link to that is down below. You can see what's going on outside of these FTD Facts videos, as well as sending me messages. I'm always responding to them. But this question is, why do Northeast Indians look different from other Indians? Now,
It's a good
India is a
question.
land of diversity and with many different kinds of people belonging to different races, cultures, and religions. So it is natural that people belonging to various different cultures would look differently. However, people from the northeastern part of India have a different look altogether. And why is that? Northeastern India comprises of 8 states. We have Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Manipur, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Tripura, and Sikkim. Northeastern India shares its borders with Myanmar, Bhutan, China, Nepal, and Tibet. These countries are comprised of people from almost the same ethnic group. Even with that, there's a variety of ethnic groups that live there, mainly the Mongoloids, the Indo-Aryans, the Australoids or Austric, and the Dravidians. Now let me pause there because I understand that in today's modern use, the term Mongoloid is often used as a derogatory term, and it's also used to insult people with a variety of different disabilities. However, for the sake of clarity as well as the integrity of the original use of the word, I'm using the term to relate to people in East Asia and Southeastern Asia. So no offense intended, I'm simply using the term how it was originally intended to be used. There's archaeological data that confirms that the Mongoloid race used to live in parts of South Asia during the Paleolithic age. In fact, some anthropologists see modern Chinese people as secondary descendants of Mongoloids. And since the people of northeastern India are also descendants of the Mongoloid people, you can see why all these races share familiar features. So while the original settlers in northeastern India were Mongoloids, the Indo-Aryan and other ethnic groups arrived later. And you can see that there's a huge dominance of Mongoloid element in the population of northeastern Asia. In some ancient texts, the northeastern regions belonged to tribes who spoke languages from the Tibeto-Burman family. Then in other parts of the northeast, there was a race of people who reached Myanmar from the Yunnan region of China and from there to Assam. The Mayetis tribe of Manipur state descended from the Tartars who migrated from China in the 13th to the 14th century, but examining all the groups of people that migrated to northeastern India would take forever. But in short, there are more than 200 very interesting tribes in northeastern India alone who at some point in history migrated from the neighboring countries of China, Myanmar, or Bhutan, and all of them came for various reasons, whether to look for fertile land or some sort of river or valley to conquer. Now let's take a look at something pretty interesting and mind-blowing. Other than the racial differences, there are actually tribal and non-tribal dualities recognized by the Constitution of India that give certain benefits to the many tribal communities in the northeastern parts of India. This was all set up to help them catch up with the rest of society in terms of educational standards and living standards. It's because of reasons like these that northeasterners are often non-recognized and misrecognized. They're also viewed by a large portion of the Indian population as being foreigners, because when other residents of India see people from the northeast, or even if a tourist sees people from the northeast, the automatic assumption is, oh, they're foreigners maybe from China or Japan or Thailand or Nepal, and some label this as withholding the Indianness from the northeastern Indian people, and that causes in many cases for them to be discriminated and marginalized.
It's a very common problem for everyone here to ask us whether we are actually Indians. That is very normal. And I wouldn't say it is normal, but it is very common.
So there you have it, guys. I hope that answered your question on why there is such a big difference in the look of people from northeastern India. If you enjoyed this video and thought it was interesting and educational, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, as well as support our sponsors, Grammarly.
I'm gonna put the link down below. All right, so basically I've reacted to something similar to this. It wasn't exactly like an explanation of why they look differently, but basically like what FTD explained right here, there was a lot of migration from the neighboring countries that also share the border with these seven sisters. He said eight sisters in there. I don't know if it's eight sisters or seven, or he said eight something, but I think it's called eight sisters. They're like in the northeastern side of India. So obviously, because of the migration and because they border with different countries, obviously there is exchange of people. People they migrate to there, like in Northeast India. They some move to China, some move to Myanmar, some move to Nepal, in different countries around. Some move even like deeper into the central India, and because of that, there is always a change in how you look over time. Over time, if you marry someone from a different race, or who looks a bit differently, obviously your offsprings are going to be different. So over time, if you mix and mix and mix and mix, it's going to look differently. That's what I was trying to explain, that people moved and migrated from other countries into this area right here because of maybe different reasons, and over time, because of that, it in a way led to this. But now the problem is, they look like this, but they are Indians. But if, like what you were saying, if a foreigner goes to this, and me, I've met a lot of northeastern people, Indians from the northeast in India, and like in Delhi or Noida or even in Chandigarh, and it's totally different, because you don't know if they're from Korea, if they're from Myanmar, from Nepal, or if they're just foreigners. They do speak good English. Their accent sometimes it's not the same as the Indian majority accent, so it can be a problem to recognize just from seeing them. It's totally different. It's totally different. The dress sense as well, for me, I think it's different. So at the end of the day, you don't really know. You cannot really see like, okay, so is this person from India, from northeast? But when you get acquainted and when you get vexed with the information and all the, like, if you have been around a lot and you understand how they are, sometimes you can get to know like, okay, that's the reason. But most of them now, they understand that they just look different. Doesn't mean that they're not Indians, but since we know a lot of people, that the majority of people who have those features, maybe they're from other countries. That's why more foreigners or even people from India, they consider them, or they see them, when they see them the first time, they don't know if they are Indians or they are Indians. It's not really about racism or discrimination. They feel discriminated sometimes because of certain things that happens, which actually happens though. But in terms of how they look and how they present themselves, at the end of the day, they're different. They are different. You can see that they're different, and people assume that maybe they're not from India, but basically it's because of the migration, the intermigration going in and out, and obviously maybe people marrying into each other, and at the end of the day, after a certain time, it's going to be mixed, and people, they will look different from the area, the other central parts of India. Anyways, I would really love to know what you guys think. I really feel like they are an amazing people in their right, and it's okay to be different at the end of the day. Anyways, much love. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Take care. Peace.